Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle and today I'm going to be talking about Isaac Butterfield and the video The Truth About Vegans. Okay, so I've went ahead and wrote notes here. I watched half his video. I didn't have enough room to go ahead and write all the rest, but these are pretty much the points that he speaks about. I've written just about every single point until 4 minutes and 51 seconds. I'm for sure that is. Just let me check. Yeah. 4 minutes and 51 seconds. So the first thing he brings up in the first 12 seconds is that he calls us frickwits. But then, around about, I think it was on the 30-second mark, he said vegans that care about animals and don't bring up that they're vegan, this video is not directed at them. But the thing is, he just said that vegans are frickwits. And then after, Vegetable Police made a video about reading this woman's book. He went and got it from the library. And like what she said at first, that she's not against carbs, but then she goes ahead and says carbs are bad. This, in my opinion, is the same, but other way backwards. Okay, so the next thing that he talks about is about vegans bursting into a pork house or potter's house or whatever the heck, and they go ahead and say meat is murder, meat is murder. Now, I personally don't do that. I don't think that it's a very good way to spread veganism, but everybody's different. I think that makes you seem like crazy people that are just going to go into meat places and just shout out about it. I personally think that we should be doing more about health and and along with going ahead and telling people what happens, not shouting out, for us to talk calmly. Because if you're yelling, your point really isn't getting across, especially if you're swearing. That's what I really don't like about this video which he's made. There's so much swearing. Like he says, this is where I got my hate for vegans. From somebody going into a steakhouse. Even though that those vegans stormed in, they still had good intentions. They didn't want animals to be harmed. They probably thought the only way was to go to this steakhouse. I reckon that talking to people about it, talking to them what they believe in, and telling them the truth, like what do they think about animals getting slaughtered and all that. Do they disagree? Do they agree with it? Do they just think, well, I can't help it? And then show them pictures of, say, yourself when you back were a meat eater, and you talk about things that happened to you, like I had insulin resistance. So I use that as something to tell them. Now, next point he points out is a person sent him a video of Julian Ryder the troll of veganism, the literally sugar daddy. Now, I don't mean the type of sugar daddy where it's like some old guy with with maybe a 20-year-old girl giving her money, like, girls of the Playboy Mansion. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about literal sugar. He drinks Sprite, thinks that's a weight loss. So I like to call him Sugar Daddy, and plus he likes being called Daddy. Like, Tori made this video, Daddy's back, and it's just like, but yeah, as I was saying, the video was about Duran Rider getting outraged because somebody was close to running him over, and he's like, kill me, I'm not afraid of going to jail, yelling and all of that. It's like, this is just one vegan. This isn't the majority, but he paints it like all vegans are angry. He even says that vegans are always angry because they're malnourished. It's like, what the heck? An omnivore diet. If you're not keeping an eye on your vitamins and minerals, or you're not putting cyclopamine, you're going to be deficient in fiber, potassium. You're going to be deficient in all these. Right, and then he says, Duran Rider lacks B12. Now, I don't think this guy has seen a video of Duran Rider's blood tests. Now, this guy needs to realise that Duran Rider takes B12 injections, and plus B12 is so cheap. It's like $10 to $12. That's cheap, and the amount that you get is pretty good. Now, then he talks about killing insects and animals in the production of stuff like wheat and corn. Well, we must remember that the majority of vegetables, of grains, go to feed livestock. Like, for example, I'll just go ahead and search it up. Okay, so dairy cows will have 110 to 120 pounds of wet foods or any type of food. These are big animals, right? So saying that vegans, the majority of these go to vegans is like wrong. Plus, wait, omnivores eat pasta, like spaghetti bolognese. You've got carbonara. You've got Alfredo. You've got lasagna. Oh, come on. Vegans aren't the only ones which use wheat, nor are they with corn. It's like, only vegans eat plant foods and only meat eaters eat meat, dairy, eggs. No, that's not how it works. So, I don't like the way that he portrays us as angry, portrays us, says we're malnourished. Like, come on. He says that all of us are skinny. All of us are skinny. Now, to prove a point, to prove that all vegans aren't skinny, I'll show you my stomach. Just hold on a second. This is my stomach right here. Do I look skinny? No, I'm not skinny whatsoever. I am like 25%. My BMI is that, and then like my percentage of fat is maybe like 37. So I'm not skinny. Okay? I'm like not even in the average range for body fat percentage. So yeah, it's just wrong how this guy does it. You know, like as that stupid saying goes, I'm sure you've heard of that thing. Don't judge a book by its cover. So you can like this, you can subscribe, I don't really care. But one thing that I want to say before I leave is that I finally got my laptop back, which is good. Took around about 6 weeks. So anyway, sorry about this being a long video, but I just had to point out these points. So have a good morning or have a good night. See you in the next video, whenever that is, like usual. Bye.